Good evening, Facebook friends and family. This is Irene Tison. I'd like to showcase some of my art tonight based on my family history. I am a Gullah Geechee from the low country of South Carolina. My family was born here in the South, deep South, and they would love to sit around and tell us the stories about about their childhood and what they went through and the struggles they had in their lives, so that our lives would be better. The Gullah Geechee area, it was a hard time for them, real hard time. Sometime it was starvation time. But with it all, my family taught us that we must persevere, be strong, and keep on going. My father worked as a construction worker when he left the farm, and then he came back to work on the farm and to supply 13 children in a little tiny house. So here are some of the artwork that I'd love to show that tells the story about some of my family. The first one up is this one. This is called Best Friend. My mom and my aunt lived right next to each other for a very long time, all their lives actually. My mom married at 15. My aunt married at 18. She was the oldest. But they were best friends. And they had the chickens in the yard, the garden, and everything. And this is a little tiny house that I grew up in before they added a little piece to it with 13 children to raise in this little house. And these two ladies stuck by each other all their lives. And they were best friends. The next piece up there I would like to show you is this one. This one is called Easter Sunrise Service. This is what I really love about my childhood. We would get a new outfit in the spring for church. We would get dressed on Sunday morning early, go to Easter service where we recite the poems that they would give us or the little reading that they had for us. And then we would all gather on the lawn in the churchyard and have dinner. And it was a blessing to see all the people that you grew up with all running around having fun in the church. And this is Mom and her crew going to church on Easter Sunrise Sunday. And another piece that I would love to show you right now is this piece. This is called Morning Talk. My mom always told me that when they went to gather get information what was going on in their little community, they would meet on the cotton field when they was picking cotton, and everybody was discuss what went on in that little community at that time. My parents were sharecroppers up until 1966. So, this is where they got the information of what was happening in their community. And the next piece up, next piece up is called Aunt Betty Jean. Aunt Betty Jean, she was the proper lady. She always dressed up for church on Sunday. She always had a good smile on her face and a loving personality. And I wanted to express the ladylike quality of Aunt Betty Jean. She just was a precious woman to be remembered. And the next piece up for sale is this piece. It is called Warrior Woman. And the story behind this piece is my mother. When there wasn't food in the house to eat, Mama would have to take to the woods. She would go fishing, hunting, and she would bring home food because there just wasn't anything like welfare or stuff like that. What you didn't have, you just didn't have. And Mama had 13 children that she had to make sure got their food. So in the early years of her life, she would have to go hunting, fishing, picking wild greens, picking wild beans. My mom was a warrior woman. She made sure food was on that table. And this is the way I remember my mother. And these pieces can be purchased at this website, and text me or call my studio and I'll give you the price and we can work something out. Again, this is Irene Tison, and I thank you very much.